Picture this. It's the World Cup final. 90,000 screaming fans, blinding stadium lights, a ball worth more attention than most world leaders. And sitting in row 12, holding a giant foam finger, is a confused Roman legionary who was alive 2,000 years ago. Today we're answering a very important scientific question. What if we yanked people out of the ancient world and dropped them into a modern FIFA World Cup? No explanation, no tutorial, just vibes. Spoiler alert, it gets chaotic. It gets emotional, and at least one of them tries to declare war. Let's get into it. First, let's set the scene. We're not grabbing random ancient people. We're assembling a dream team of spectators. A Roman soldier, an Egyptian pharaoh, a Greek philosopher, a Viking raider, and a Maya ball player. Each one is about to have a very different afternoon. They arrive at the stadium, and immediately there's a problem. The noise. To an ancient person, the roar of a modern crowd sounds like the end of the world. The Viking assumes a battle is starting. The philosopher assumes the gods are angry. The pharaoh assumes it's all for him, naturally. Then they see the pitch. A perfectly flat, impossibly green rectangle glowing under blinding lights. The Egyptian is convinced this is a temple. The Roman is calculating how many soldiers could march across it. Now the teams walk out. 22 grown adults in matching colorful outfits, shorts, and strange spiked shoes. The Viking is deeply unimpressed by the lack of armor. You're going into battle in that? The whistle blows. The ball starts moving. And here's where the confusion truly begins. Because to an ancient spectator, the rules make no sense. You have hands. Everyone can see you have hands, and yet you refuse to use them. The Roman is baffled. In his world, if you wanted the ball, you took the ball. With your hands, possibly with a sword. The philosopher, however, is fascinated. A game where the most useful tool, the human hand, is completely forbidden. He starts scribbling notes. Is this the dumbest thing he's ever seen, or the deepest metaphor for human restraint ever invented? Then, a goal. The stadium explodes. 90,000 people lose their minds at once. The Viking finally understands. This is the battle. He stands, screams, and hugs a stranger. He has found his people. But the Maya ball player just shrugs. Back home, he played a ball game too. Except in his version, the losers could be sacrificed. To him, modern football looks incredibly relaxing. Nobody's getting sacrificed? You just go home sad? Adorable. Now, halftime, and they discover the true miracle, the food. A pharaoh who once ruled an empire is now holding a hot dog like it's sacred. The Roman tries nachos and wants to conquer whoever invented them. Then they discover the giant screen, the jumbotron. The philosopher sees his face on a 100-foot screen. Is that him? Is it a copy of him? What even is the self? He needs to sit down. Second half begins, and now the most confusing invention of all, VAR, Video Assistant Referee. The game just stops. Everyone stares at a screen. A goal that already happened is now being unhappened. To an ancient mind, this is pure witchcraft. The pharaoh thinks the referees are consulting the gods. The Viking is furious. The battle was won. You cannot unwin a battle. Honestly, he has a point. Then comes the offside rule, and this is where we lose them completely. Nobody in history has ever explained offside quickly. The philosopher tries for 20 minutes, then gives up. He declares it unknowable, like death, like why we dream. Meanwhile, the yellow cards come out. A player fouls, and the referee responds by showing him a small piece of colored paper. The Roman is stunned. That's it? A card? And a red card? A man is removed from the field, not by force, but by pure social agreement. The Viking cannot comprehend a warrior who leaves because of a card. Now, let's talk about the fans. Because football isn't really about the players. It's about the tribe. Face paint, chanting, flags, grown adults weeping with joy and despair. To the Maya ball player, this feels like home. This is ritual. And then, the dreaded moment. Extra time. Penalties. The entire stadium holds its breath. One player, one goalkeeper, one kick. The Roman leans forward. Now he gets it. This is a duel. This is single combat. Finally, something he understands completely. The kicker steps up. 90,000 people go silent. And in that silence, the warriors, philosophers, and kings all feel exactly what every modern fan feels. Pure, unbearable tension. He shoots. He scores. The stadium erupts one final time. And in that moment, something beautiful happens. It doesn't matter that they're 2,000 years apart. They're all jumping, all screaming, all one tribe. Because here's the thing. We think we're so different, smarter, more advanced than ancient people. But strip away the technology, and we're the exact same creature. We still gather in huge numbers. We still pick a side. We still lose our minds over a ball. The stadiums are bigger, the rules are weirder, the nachos are better. But that primal need to belong to something, to cheer until your voice gives out, that's ancient. That's been inside us the whole time. So maybe the real question isn't whether they'd understand it. Maybe the World Cup is proof that, deep down, we never really stopped being ancient people. The philosopher, by the way, finally solved offside. He wrote it down, looked at it, and set it on fire. Some knowledge, he decided, we're not meant to have. And remember, the next time you scream at a referee, you're just honoring a very, very old tradition.